What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Cozy, and man, I'm telling you right now, I am starting to get this cold that's been passed around all over Vegas right now, and I had to come in here and just do this video for you guys really quick. So sorry if I sound a little bit off or whatever, but I wanted to kind of go through a kind of new format that we're looking at here, where I'm going to do a deck video and then follow it up with some gameplay videos, just that way you guys can see the list and then kind of see how it works and operates in a live setting. So we'll give this a shot and see how it works. If you guys like this type of format and this type of content, let me know down in the comments below, or even by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and ringing that notification bell. Just that way I know what you guys are into, and I can keep servicing you guys, because you guys are the lifeblood of the cult of Cozy. You guys are the reason why I do this every single day, in and out. Just that way we can have a good time, make great content together, and just build a community. So the deck list I want to share with you guys today is one I haven't really done in a very, very long time. It is going to be the EB02 Green Purple Luffy leader. It is a 4-life Straw Hat Crew type leader, 5,000 power, activate main once per turn. We don -2. If the only characters on our board are Straw Hat Crew type characters, we can restand 2 don, and our leader gains 1,000 till the end of our opponent's turn. So he becomes a 6k body until the end of our opponent's turn, giving him a little bit more toughness and a little bit more resilience. And so essentially this deck is all about like Dawn manipulation and being a little bit more mid-rangey tempo, in my opinion, at least how I play it. I've seen some success with Green Purple Luffy. I've had a blast playing it into like Black Crocodile. It's just been so fun to play against. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at the 2Ks, then we're going to look at the characters, and then we're going to look at the events that I run in here. So we're going to go ahead and start with our 2K list, but first we're going to roll them intro credits. All right, welcome back. So like I said, we're going to look at the 2Ks first. We don't really run a lot of 2Ks in this list. The first one I like to run, of course, is the Usohachi. I feel this is just such a strong 2K to see. If we have 8 or more Dawn cards on the field, we get to rest a 5 cost or less on our opponent's side of the field. So really good for closing out games if we really need to. But overall, still just a really strong 2K. The other 2K I run, that's right, 8 2Ks on the list here, is the Sanji blocker from OP07. 6 cost, 6,000 power blocker. If we have at least 2 or less Dawn compared to our opponent, he becomes a 3 cost in hand. So that is just something to be mindful of. And just really, really good to see going into like a later turn of like, oh, I don't have enough Dawn to really play anything else. Let me go ahead and just drop a blocker really quick for 3 cost. And a very high powered blocker at that. Character-wise, I'm going to start with the Green Nami Searcher. We run 4 copies of it. On play, we get to look at the top 5 cards of the deck. We get to pull a Straw Hat Crew type card other than Nami from our hand and put the rest of the bottom in any order. So it won't search out our next card, which is going to be the 2 cost Nami, which does the exact same thing, but it has a trigger to play this card. So these 2 can't search each other out, but they can search everything else in the deck minus the other Nami that we run. So essentially kind of what we're looking at is we're trying to find certain pieces of the deck that's going to really work and build our combo. So that way we can have Dawn standing up, we have Dawn rested, we can manipulate our Dawn, we can ramp, we can Dawn minus and use those effects very more potently, I would probably say would be the best word for it. And the Namis here help us out because we can search on either turn 1, going first, going second, or even turn 2 for both. Next, I run 4 copies of this Monkey D. Luffy. It's the 3 cost from OP14. This, I say, gets replaced once we get the Nico Robin promo, because they do pretty much the exact same thing, except the Robin, I believe, rests Dawn, if not mistaken. This, on our turn, will allow all of our Green Straw Hat type cards to get plus 1,000 power on our turn. And then once per turn, if we have a Straw Hat type crew character that would be KO'd, we can just rest a character and that doesn't happen. So it gets around like Marcus Mars for Emu. It gets around like pop effects. So just being mindful that we can use this as like a pseudo Tashigi, right? because we could just target itself too and just rest it. I feel the Robin's just a little bit better. It's a 1,000 power more, still a 1k counter, and it rests Dawn rather than resting a character. But I may keep both, but it just depends on kind of how I'm feeling once we do get that Robin. Next up, speaking of searches, we're gonna run 4 copies of the Zoro Juro. This is the one that we can look at the top 5, grab a purple Straw Hat type character from our hand, and add it to our hand, put the rest in the bottom in any order. Again, just a searcher trying to find those particular pieces that we want to look for. One of the other cards that we did add in here is the Blocker Nami from OP14. It is a 4-cost, 2k power, 1k counter. Blocker, on play, we get to rest up to 2 of our opponent's characters with a cost 8 or less. And then we can set up to 5 of our Dawn cards as active at the end of the turn. So this is also a really good game closer as well. So like if they have a couple of like smaller blockers, you just play the Nami, rest them. Even if like defining small blocker, right? Anything 8 cost or less, just go ahead and rest them. And then we can go ahead and either go for game, we can clear the board down, however we want to do it, because we are running 3. You can get away with 1 and then they'll know you have that combat trick in hand. So it's going to be something that you want to kind of be mindful of going into like the end game. Is do you want to kind of play the Nami now, reveal you have this kind of game plan strategy, and kind of let them figure out what they want to do from there. 2 copies of the green Sanji from OP13. He is a 5-cost, 7,000 power character. On play, we get to restand 2 of our Dawn. And then at the end of our turn, if your leader has the, film or Straw Hat crew type, we get to set 1 of our Dawn as active. So every turn, we're at least setting 1 Dawn as active. We're restanding 2 on play. So he's really for 3 cost, which is just absolutely insane to kind of see, and just so gross when you're going into that huge tempo turn and you just drive home the Sanji. And now you have a 7k body that you're going to be swinging next turn, and they're going to have to deal with it. But you're going to have like certain events that make this card very giant that can't be stopped. So let me move these out of the way, and then we can go back to looking at some character lists. Because we only got a few more characters, and then we hop into the events. But I want to clear the space out just a little bit so you guys can get a fair view of everything on here. Speaking of one of the combo pieces, we are running 4 copies of Sanji and Pudding. It's on our turn, once per turn. When 2 or more Dawn cards are moved from our field to the Dawn deck, we can go ahead and ramp 1 Dawn as active. On play, if we have less Dawn than or equal to our opponent, we get to draw a card. So, utilizing leader ability, Sanji and Pudding, we Dawn -2, get 1 Dawn back as active, restand 2 Dawn on our field. So we're essentially, for leader effect, getting a 6k leader, Dawn -1 to restand 3 Dawn. Essentially kind of like the shortcut to that. And the reason why we do something like that is for that 6-cost secret Luffy from EB02. If your leader is multicolored and your opponent has 5 or more Dawn cards on the field, this character gains Rush. Activate main once per turn. We can send 2 active Dawn back to the Dawn deck, set this card as active, and take a life card from our hand. So we are kind of just digging for like this, Sanji Pudding, and the film Sanji, just to have big bodies on board that's just constantly moving Dawn and manipulating Dawn, and really just giving us our leader effect every single turn for free. The last character we run that's a bigger body as well is the Luffy Taro. So like a combo would be like Luffy Taro into Sanji Pudding. Luffy Taro into like the Zoro Juro to search for like a Sanji Pudding. Because it has to be a purple Straw Hat type character that has a cost of 5 or less that we can use. So like it could be Luffy Taro and the purple Searcher Nami. So like there's different ways to manipulate and try to find ways to get the pieces we need. Because ideally you want to see like an end game, like 1 Luffy, 2 Sanji Pudding, Luffy Taro and the green Sanji. Just so that way you have big bodies. You're swinging 6 or 7 with the leader, swinging 7, 7, 8, dump everything, swing big. Event-wise, we're running 2 copies of Divine Departure. Great 0-cost event. During the main, you can also just rest 5 Dawn cards, and if you have any Dawn cards given, up to one of your opponent's characters get minus 8,000 power for the turn. Otherwise, it's just a really solid 3k counter just by pitching a card. It's a purple Straw Hat leader. You already know what we're going to do. We're playing 4 copies of Gum Gum Giant, best counter event in the game in my opinion. Essentially, Dawn -2, trash 1 card from our hand. If our leader is a Straw Hat type, we get to give one of our leader or our characters plus 4k and then draw 2 cards. Great for hand filtering, great for everything like that as well. I run 3 copies of Dead Man's Game in this list as well. Basically, we can rest 3 of our Dawn cards. And then we can rest up to a total of 2 of our opponent's characters or Dawn cards. It's also a good counter event to give our leader plus 3k during the battle. So if we really need it, we can just DMG to go to 9. But ideally, you want to spend that to Giant and go to 10. And then use the DMG to rest like blockers and additional Dawn. Especially playing into like another purple Straw Hat character. Just rest that Dawn so they don't have access to Giant on their own. Spicy tech choice for me. I run 2 Bagua. It's really great to see kind of more so in the late game as well. Because then we can ramp some of that Dawn back as well that we've been Dawn minusing with the leader ability, as well as the secret Luffy effect. Same thing, pay 2 Dawn, give up to one of our leader or characters plus 4k for the battle. It does have a trigger ability, which is just a ramp a Dawn. And then lastly, I run a Gum Gum Giant pistol at 1. Activate, it's during a main. We can give one of our Straw Hat type characters plus 6k power for the turn, and then this character does not restand during the next restand phase. So like a good thing to do would be like play Gum Gum Giant Pistol on the secret Luffy, and then swing 13, use his effect, restand him, and then swing another 13. So that's an example, because you can go like DMG into Giant Pistol. And so now we've rested the Dawn or even potentially blockers, swinging 13 twice for 3, 7 Dawn. We still have leader ability, so we could go, what, 7, 8, 13, 13, and then call it game there. This list is just super fun to play. I've been trolling around with it on the sim, and I gotta say, like, this deck's been super fun to play. I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like live in person when I play it for you guys and publish it to the channel. But this is my green purple Luffy list. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. What cards would you change, or kind of what's your thoughts on like the combo lines that you'd want to play into this? And I will see you guys in the next gameplay video or even the next deck tech video. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Peace and love, y'all.